Was a great pleasure to be here and to experience all this wonderful scientific work that's being done and this spiritual work that's obviously present here. And I came talking about the need for the earth to unite under a constitution. And my description in my presentation, I think, showed that dividing the world into 193 absolutely sovereign territories, each with a right to militarize itself, each with a right to withdraw from our collective human project, is a remnant of barbarism. It's a remnant of an age 3-4 centuries old when human beings had slavery, when they had colonialism, when they were creating these institutions that we now need to transcend on the principle of unity and diversity. And that's what the Earth Constitution is all about. It unites human beings under this principle. It's designed in every single one of its articles on that basis of unity and diversity. It brings the basic resources of the earth to the sovereignty of humanity so that we, the people of earth, are responsible for our oceans and for our atmosphere and for our fundamental resources. And it's only on this basis, when we realize that we are one as a civilization, as a species, and bring the earth together under that oneness, that we will really achieve sustainability.
What happened or what was being planned was also very spontaneous. We had the opportunity of having with us Professor Glenn, who is a sustainability thinker, a sustainability philosopher, and thinks for the Earth's constitution, the constitution for a living, developing planet. And I was inspired immediately by hearing the name of Professor Glenn, because as a student, I heard and read James Lovelock's Gaia theory. And that's the extension, that life is alive in every moment, in everything, and in every matter. For instance, the planet is living, and he has expounded much more on it, but the scope of this meeting was Ek Prithiv, Ek Pahel, Ek Soch, which means we are trying to address the three folds that make us alive. That is the moment, the time, Ek Pahel, the world, that is the matter, and finally the thought, because it is the consciousness, when matter becomes conscious, alive. And we had in this program all kinds of diverse tastes, starting with philosophy, branching out to innovation. We have even talked of a product, and then going to neuroscience and aesthetics and entrepreneurship. So trying to touch the holistic education, what is the key and the central essence for institutions like IISER, which I represent.
Meeting, and we had various kind of speakers for sustainability. I think it is very important now that we need to work on basically technology using AI, which can help a lot for sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's once again say thank you to this wonderful lady. Also a kind of a journey. The young students, they are felicitating and saying thank you to their seniors. Thank you. The sensuality of the pineal gland disposes every material object from its lust for heavenliness. Somehow it relates to physical, chemical, and psychological changes during the surrealistic dilemma of intelligence. The nature of our subconscious states gives a significant pattern of physical postures inherited from the genetic stature. The inner code of secretion generated by a stimulating gland that creates every momentary activity. Vice versa to our mind and body. It seems body to be the key factor that reciprocates to the negligible
which every day is our daily demand. So we cannot live without food. So it's a very important topic, and it's also important to think that how it relates to sustainability. So let's start. So what we can see is just some examples of the ingredients that how we choose the sweet, the lunch, or the dinner. And particularly I want to mention because I lived in India and in China, and I observed that here the local culture is that when someone visits the friends or relatives, to go to the mishti shop and take some mishti box and give to the relatives and friends. And I have seen so many times. And in China, it is different. So when we visit friends or relatives, we first think, oh, maybe we buy some food. So that is the common difference which I have observed. And then that made me think that means maybe our taste perception are different. And particularly sometimes I also heard from my husband that, yeah, this is not sweet enough. I think it's quite sweet. I think it's enough. So this all motivates me to start the experiments. So already in literature, so color, shape, motion, decoration, space, so how you put on the plate, we have all the experience in the restaurant. That really matters. But how it matters, and it matters in the same way for Chinese, for Indian, for American, can be different. Okay.
So this is the outline of my presentation. First, I'm going to give a brief introduction on the water crisis that we are facing today and how we use soft oximetrics and visible light to solve this problem. Then I discuss about the design of the nanobots, how to induce motion in them using visible light, and how we can remove organic pollutants from water using these nanobots. So as most of us are aware, water crisis is a real problem that we are facing in India due to unavailability of safe drinking as well as usable water. And due to the unsafe water, most of the communicable diseases are linked to unsafe water. According to water.org, as we can see from this picture, more than 163 million people in India lack access to safe water. Also, according to a report released by Niti Aayog, which is a government-run think tank, 21 major cities in India, they have run out of groundwater. Now, what are the reasons for this water crisis? Most of the metro cities in India like Hyderabad, Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, there has been a rapid development, industrial boom, increase in population, depletion in groundwater level as well as lack of stable water policies, which has led to this water crisis. As we can see from the satellite images, these are the satellite images of Lake Uzan in Chennai. So as we can see from these two images, there is a rapid depletion of groundwater level. Now this problem
আজকে আমাদের যে অনুষ্ঠানটি হলো সেটা মূলত সাস্টেনেবিলিটি, মানে আমরা পৃথিবীতে যে বেঁচে থাকার যে অবস্থান সেই জায়গাটায় আজকে আমরা সত্যিকারেরই ভীষণ একটা অসহায় অবস্থায় আমরা রয়েছি, যেটা মূলত বিভিন্নভাবে বিভিন্ন মানুষজনরা ভেবে চলেছেন যে কিভাবে আগামী দিনে পৃথিবী বাঁচবে। কিন্তু আমরা প্রত্যেকেই জানি যে যেহেতু একটা সময় হয়তো পৃথিবী থাকবে না, তার সূত্রটা আমরা পাই যখন পৃথিবীর ওয়ার্মিং যে এনভায়রনমেন্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছে, পৃথিবীতে জল থাকবে না, পৃথিবীতে ক্রাইসিস অফ অক্সিজেন, এই ব্যাপারগুলো যখন হতে থাকছে, তার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে একটা সূত্র আমরা পেয়ে যাই, সেটা হচ্ছে যে পৃথিবী কেন, যে তারা, যে সূর্যটাকে আমরা আজকে দেখছি সেই সূর্যও একদিন থাকবে না। তা আগামী দিনে হয়তো আমাদের অন্য কোনো বাসস্থান খুঁজতে হবে, যেখানে এই পৃথিবী নয়, সেটা হতে পারে শনির কোনো একটি উপগ্রহ যার নাম হয়তো টাইটান, আমরা সেখানে গিয়েও বসবাস করতে পারি। এই ভাবনাগুলো হয়তো আজকে নয়, আজকে থেকে হয়তো কয়েকশো বছর বাদে হয়তো সেই ঘটনাগুলো ঘটবে, কিন্তু আমাদের আজকে এই মুহূর্তে বেঁচে থাকার যে সমস্যাগুলো, তার থেকে বেরোনোর সূত্রটাই আজকে কিন্তু আমাদের মিটিং থেকে বেরিয়ে এলো। এবং প্রফেসর গ্লেন, প্রফেসর গোয়েল, সৌম্যজিৎ রায়, এরা যে বক্তব্যগুলো পেশ করলেন সেগুলোই আমাদের মূলধন আমরা বলতে পারি, এবং আগামী দিনে আমরা একটা ওয়ে আউট কিছু করতে পারবো, যেটাতে অন্তত কিছুদিন, অন্তত 1000 বছর হলেও যদি আমরা বেঁচে থাকতে পারি, তার একটা সূত্র কিন্তু এই মিটিং থেকেও বেরিয়ে এলো। সকলকে ধন্যবাদ।